Okay, so we are jumping straight into the cinematic earthquake of the week. I mean, the massive reveals from the Avengers, Doomsday teasers.
Yeah.
And this isn't a rumor dive. This is concrete, confirmed stuff. We're talking about a full-on collision with the X-Men universe.
And what's so fascinating here, what the sources are really showing, is that the stakes are now, they're existential.
Right.
The whole Mutant Saga thing isn't a side quest anymore. It is the focal point of this multiversal war, and it's all being driven by one thing. Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom.
Let's just pause on that for a second. The man who launched this entire cinematic universe is now coming back to potentially tear it all down.
It completely reframes the emotional core of it.
It does. It shifts it from just another villain fight to, a potential total reboot.
Yeah.
So our mission today is to break down three crucial things. How the legacy X-Men are back, this deadly stolen children plot, and how this whole collision is even happening.
Let's start with that emotional anchor. I mean, the return of the original 20th Century Fox cast is just, it's stunning.
And crucially, they're not just quick, nostalgic cameos, right?
No, not at all. The footage really positions them as this desperate, last-ditch resistance force.
And the detail that really got me is the symbolism. You see Patrick Stewart's Professor X and Ian McKellen's Magneto together.
Mm-hmm. Inside what looks like a collapsing, totally ruined X-Mansion. And they're holding hands across this battered chessboard.
Wow.
That image is just so potent. It's the two leaders of mutant kind, finally united right at the very end. And Magneto's line.
Death comes for us all.
Yeah. It just screams that they're already living through an extinction-level event, that Doom's incursions are already happening, and their timeline is just dying.
But even with all that tragedy, the sources confirm there's still a lot of fight left in them.
Oh, absolutely.
Specifically, James Marsden's Cyclops is front and center. He's in this perfect, comic-accurate 90s suit.
And he is just unleashing this massive optic blast at a Dr. Doom-controlled Sentinel.
Which confirms the threat. And that links directly to Doom's main goal, right? This whole stolen children plotline.
Exactly. Doom isn't just after generic power. He is systematically hunting kids who can warp reality.
So if he's hunting Franklin Richards, which we know from the Fantastic Four post-credit scene, does that mean that the powers of, like, Thor or Captain Marvel are just not enough for what Doom is planning?
Precisely. Franklin is the big name, but our deep analysis suggests Doom is after a specific mutant lineage, probably tied to Jean Grey's family. He needs absolute, fundamental, reality-shaping power.
Okay, so logistically, how do they even get here to our timeline?
Well, it connects directly back to the end of the Marvels. Remember when Monica Rambeau got trapped in that other reality?
One with Kelsey Grammer's Beast.
That's the one. So the breakdown confirms that universe, Earth 1005, the Fox X-Men reality, is actively colliding with our main timeline, Earth 616. It's happening right now.
A literal collision of worlds.
And this is what makes Doom so dangerous. He's not just some tyrant. He's positioning himself as the only one who can save the multiverse by pruning these colliding worlds.
So you've got this impossible moral conflict. The Avengers want to save everyone, but the X-Men are fighting alongside them, knowing that their entire reality might have to be erased to save everything else.
It's a fight for a universe that's already doomed.
And for those of you analyzing every pixel, there are some little Easter eggs that really sell this tragic militaristic tone. We see what they're calling the Floating King.
Which is Xavier using his telekinesis, a reminder that this Professor X is still terrifyingly powerful, an Omega-level threat.
And then there's the big one, the confirmation of Sentinel boots.
Yes, that massive robotic foot on a rooftop confirms Doom has repurposed the ultimate symbol of mutant persecution to be his own multiversal police force.
So, wrapping this up, what does this all mean? The stakes for Doomsday have, I think, officially surpassed Infinity War.
I'd agree.
Having the legacy X-Men fighting shoulder to shoulder with the Avengers suggests the MCU isn't just facing a threat. It's heading for a fundamental, universe-shattering reboot.
It feels like the end of the line for a lot of what we know. The crisis isn't a villain, it's the destruction of continuity itself.
So here's a final thought for you to chew on. If Doom truly believes he is the savior, and that pruning entire worlds is a necessary, logical catastrophe, how can the Avengers possibly defeat a plan that isn't just about power, but is built on a twisted idea of survival?